Hello everybody and welcome back to Survivor Challenge. So we'll start the way we start every episode now, with refilling the greenhouses. That one over there is done, and we just need to go back and get a small amount more to finish this one here. After that, we really do need to get on with... oh, I'm lagging. Nothing changes. Yeah, we need to get on with selling this. I think probably all of that pit wants to be sold, but also we need to start dragging some trees to the sawmill. So I think we'll probably do some of the silage, then break off and get the wood processing going, because obviously it takes time to process. We don't want to just leave it to the end. But yeah, getting some silage sold first is going to be for the best, because the price for silage is now decreasing. I look forward to having a proper yard instead of just having machines spread around everywhere. Okay, so that's a full load. That's a tree. We better get these trees felled. This whole area where the trees are, I'm hoping to develop into a yard and probably a field extension, but one step at a time. Okay, right, there we go. So we have the bucket on this tractor. This is to open the pit. We're not actually going to be carting with this tractor because it's too slow, and a full load of the loading wagon is quite heavy for this machine. It's literally just to open it up, because you can't open up the pit with the forage wagon, but you can with the bucket, and this is the only tractor we have with a bucket. So we'll take that off there. We will just open this up. I'll try and open it up all the way, because then we can just drive straight through. Okay, looks like I broke it last time. In that case, we're going to have to open it up at this end. We'll have to go round. Well, it should work. Maybe if I scoop some up. There we go. It's too heavy for it. Out you come. And now we just need to make our way to the other end and pull the sheet off all the way. We do of course have a rear weight for this, so we can assist things with the rear weight. But that's the sheet removed, so hopefully we can now drive over the entire pit with the forage wagon. We'll just park that there, and we'll get this detached from the tanker and attached to the loading wagon. Maybe it'd be best if I climb it first. Maybe that wasn't best, but it does work. That definitely works. So let's just get over to the sell point, and we'll keep shuttling a few loads. Let's just find silage on here. 502. That's not terrible. Gets down to around 450, so we're about halfway. Halfway between bad and good. Also known as average. Should be a few £1,000 for this. Can't remember how much we got in the previous episode, but it won't be quite as much as that because the price has decreased overnight. I'm going to go with 4 or 5,000. Oh, nice. I must have been way above 6,000 last time then. So yeah, if we're getting 6,500 for every load, then that's going to really help us. I think we'll do 2 more, and then we'll get the sawmill underway. We're going to have to buy a winch. I've been told by my viewers that winching them to the trigger at the sawmill is the best way of doing things, so we'll give that a go. We do have the massive tractor now, so that's probably going to be the best tractor to put it on. as usual, I got a bit carried away. So we're going to buy the winch, we'll put it on the front of this tractor to transport it back. We've hit 70,000. Lovely. And it's probably going to... It's either going to be miscellaneous or it's going to be forestry machinery. You would have thought it'd be forestry machinery, but let's just check miscellaneous. Yeah. Okay, so forestry equipment. Somewhere here. There's a bit of a price difference between those two. I think we'll just go with this one here. That should be sufficient. £7,500. Should always check this first, but yeah, the chance of it being there is pretty slim. Oh, chainsaws here as well. So we will have sold all of the silage by the end of this episode. But we just need to get some trees into that sawmill so it's not just sat there doing nothing. So we'll come back to the International soon, but let's just get this going. I think once we have the sawmill really producing lots of money, that's when I'll be able to start building a yard. Because we'll also have the greenhouses making money as well. So that's a significant amount of income. Right, it's been a long time since I've used this, so you'll have to just put up with me, I think. I probably should have left a bigger gap here, but we can drive over this left-hand side field, because it hasn't grown enough yet for it to be destroyed. And yeah, we're going to be targeting the big trees. For obvious reasons. I don't know if it's going to be worth actually cutting them up or if we should just put them in at 25 meters. I think because it is the sawmill and we're not selling them as logs, they should just be fine as they are. But yeah, just off camera, I'm just going to check this and just make sure I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I know. So I've got the winch rope here. We'll attach it to the base of the tree. And, well, we can control it, but I think I'm just going to pull it. Should just be able to pull it. Why must it lag now? That's better. I think you can only do one at a time. I might be wrong. But even if it is just one massive tree at a time, that's still quite a significant amount. So it must go into here. There we go. Press the button. We're going to have to activate this. It will be in our production list. So yeah, wooden planks. There we go. That was 3,405 litres. Let's make sure that's activated, and that is going to start producing the planks. It looks like it's going to be producing them pretty quickly as well. So we will just bring a load more trees over to here, we'll get it nicely filled up, and then I think, yeah, we'll be able to get back over to the silage selling. Lots of money coming in, and you never know, we might be able to sell some planks today. It just depends how fast they are at being produced. They're not fast themselves. The world's fastest planks. No, sadly, they are inanimate objects. They are not going to drive themselves over to the sell point. Turns out you can pull multiple trees. Wish I'd been doing that the whole time. Anyway, that is another 2 into there. So we now have a grand total of 20,330 litres of wood, and we do still have a couple more to pull back, so we'll get those attached. I don't know how far that would go actually. It's 60 litres of a tree to 80 litres of planks, so that's not bad. That's going to produce quite a lot of pallets. So that's 2 pushed up against each other. That's attached to the first one. attached to another tree within range. Hey, wait, where's it gone? There is one in range. There it is. You come back, tree. There we go. Now we're attached to both trees. It would appear the rope that you use to attach to the second tree is not very long at all. It's just a moving load of trees on its own. I'm pleased that we have this tractor on it though, because it is taking quite a bit of power as I hit stumps and all that sort of stuff. So this just pulls everything through. So that's cleaned up everything which we had down. Where's the button? There it is. Looking much tidier. 27,000 now, but it has already processed some of that. Probably almost 1,000 litres. And it's already looking much thinner. Bear in mind we don't own any of those taller, further back trees. We only own the ones in the foreground. Actually, I think we should probably go and stand on the property line to see exactly what we do own. So my boundary is here. So all of those are not ours. But these ones here are. I hate cutting trees down. But we're doing it for the money. We'll bring these two across, and then I think we'll resume the silaging. I was trying to push the two together. We'll try again. Okay. We'll push this one up to the other one then. We'll go around the other way. Yep, that should do it nicely. Right. So, for the final time most likely today, let's do that. Very good. Yeah, I could do it a lot neater, but all that matters to us is just getting them into the trigger. Time is money. And that one went too far. Back you go. Good. 33,000. So that is I would say a really decent amount for the time being. We don't have an endless supply of wood. I don't know if the next plot that I want to buy has wood. It does, just about. Well, we could buy 43 and own all of that. But I don't think I really want to just do that. I was hoping to expand this way. It'd be good to do some different crops as well, like potatoes and sugar beets. So yeah, we'll just let this process. They will be spawning soon. Now where do they spawn? Am I literally stood at the spawn point? Well, it'll become obvious because they're going to be spawning any minute. So after waiting, we've got our first pallet just over here. So I'd say that was quite fast. Right then, let's turn that engine off. We'll get back into this tractor and we'll continue emptying the pit. I'm not too sure how much we have left in here. It looks like about 5 loads. Very hard to guess though. Does fill up pretty quickly. Fill level is 56,000 pretty much. So yeah, I don't think I was too far off. Right, let's roll. Well, this is it. The final little bit. 3,444 litres. And then we have the spilt bits, which can just go back into the pit next time. Okay, bunker silo is empty. And once we have sold this, we're going to buy our next plot, which I'm sure is going to be this area. It just makes perfect sense. And that will also mean that we have a load more grass to put into the pit. We're not going to be making tons of silage. Like I said, I think we'll just clear the area, then cultivate it. I'm not going to do silage after silage. We're not going to cut it, ferment it, and then allow it to regrow and then do silage again, because that's just boring. And there's other ways of making money. I want to get a root crop filled in. I think that'd be really good. But that does indeed conclude our silage selling, which I think we can put down as a great success. It would be super nice to get a bigger mower. The problem is our bigger tractor, which can have the bigger mower, doesn't really have the right fitting. Well, it doesn't at all. It doesn't have a front linkage. So unless we can get that all-in-one mower, then I think we're going to have to reconsider something. This tractor is probably due for replacement soon. Anyway, as we are heading back in this direction, let's have a look at 45. Yes, 45 just looks like the perfect field to buy. It's time for an expansion, so there we go. Chainsaw and I both have 2 plots, which is just right, I'd say, for the episode number. We don't want to be going too fast. I'm putting all my focus into each individual field. But yeah, now it's time, because everything is growing, just to focus on this new area. I've just been taking a look at the mowers, and we're definitely going to stick with the Vermeer. It would be nice to go bigger, but at the moment we just can't. We don't have the power to have a front and a rear mower. A butterfly mower. So this Vermeer is good for what it is. One of these rear offset mowers, it's actually quite wide. It's decent. So I'm planning on just making a start today. I should think in the next episode another one of these fields is going to be ready to harvest. Maybe this one on the right? Because all the crops I've put in are fast-ish growing, like 4 months only. Right, so we do have some obstacles. We've got some trees. I think to begin with I'm just going to mark out an area. The trees I can just cut down at sort of, yeah, ground level. We can even pick these ones up by hand. And yeah, eventually they can go to the sawmill. Yeah, I might as well just clear them. And then we'll do a lap. There we go. Of course, the other disadvantage with this mower is it doesn't create a swath, so we do have to windrow as well. Right, I'm going to keep a close eye on that minimap. We're going to go pretty much to the edge of our boundary. Ideally not over it, it just causes problems. And yeah, then we'll know exactly what we're working with. There we have it, that's marked out the boundary very nicely. So next time we'll come through here, I think, and just mow the rest of it. There is a small area with the rock over there where we're just going to have to go around it. It's not a problem. The other trees will probably fell. But now, what I want to do is check up on those pallets, because if we can sell some today, that would be really nice. We have the lorry. I just don't know if we can pick them up by hand. If you can pick them up by hand, then they couldn't be easier. No. Right, so in that case, what we're going to need is this tractor with the weight on the back. And as there's only two, we'll leave the lorry where it is. Oh, another one's appeared. Yeah, we can't really afford an industrial forklift yet, although I did add some different ones when I started the series, when I set it all up, but they're still pretty out of our price range. Something like this would just be so good. We'll have to keep saving. Yeah, we can't take two. One is sort of on the limit. And if the price is good, we can sell them today. But if it's no good, we'll leave them. July, it's currently April. So it's probably worth waiting. 3775, 4200. Yeah, we'll wait until at least the next episode. We'll probably sell them in the next episode. Okay, there we go. Right, so I think we're going to leave it here for today. But that's not bad. Very nice to see that we have a new plot. That's really expanding the farm. And we'll get a load more silage fermenting, ready for the future. And then I think we'll come through here with a cultivator or something and start to divide it into sections. Maybe just 2 big fields actually with this one. That's probably going to be easiest. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.